This is where I walk in and they're normally all sitting and hanging out. I think this is the room where they're usually all hanging out. And I believe Emily would be that other side next to the candy jar. So this is the other guy. The awkward guy that works at the bar. Oh, that's a weird exterior window shot. You're not supposed to look out this window. All I can see is a weird horizontal band of red-ish room out there. I think that's a hallway I already played through. I think that's what you can see out there. But like I can see through its wall. A person? What's that darkness? I think it's just another doorway. Feels all creepy to me. Let's get back to terra firma as soon as possible, Zach. Oh, I went back? Oh, that probably means that the other door works now, right? Like, can I keep going? Or did I just accidentally go backwards? Shit. I think I just went backwards. Excuse me. Or do I use that door? Oh boy. This is a really big open area. There's the sound I wanted. All right, how close were you to? You're getting there. Oh, hi. Go on, take a break. There we go. There we go. Clean. What's this? Oh, shotgun shells. Y'all can keep them. I don't want the shotgun anyway. And even if I want it, I got infinite. One of the deal breakers with the shotgun for me is that on top of taking a number of shots to kill someone, it's slow to reload. It's slow to reload while also only having 6 shots. Meanwhile, this thing has basic, functionally infinite range. It just seems like it's such a better weapon. The shotgun's presumably a closer range weapon. It has 6 shots instead of 360. And it reloads slowly. Whereas this one reloads basically with no reload time. The shotgun might technically have some stopping power for knocking people over in a bad situation, but it sure as hell... Like, that seems like it'd only really help in an area where I kind of already have control of the situation, and that if I have control of the situation, it's pointless. In that situation where I was trapped, I did not have control of the situation, and I fired it, and it didn't knock anyone over. Everyone just stayed standing all around me, so in a desperate situation where I'm covered in dudes, the shotgun would not help me. So there goes the only use case I can think of. I'm better off just using this thing or switching to a melee weapon, it seems. Oh boy, it's crowded in here. Nope. Nope. One of my goals is just keep moving. Oh god, there's another one. I just want to keep running back and forth between enemies so they don't sneak up on me. Because they go pretty slowly. They might just keep coming. Crap. 12 gauge. Hey there. Die. There we go. Quickly. Dried drops of water. From the Raincoat Killer?
Zach, looks like we need to continue our search for the documents.
We did a full profiling with a bunch of evidence gathering, and we never found the documents. It's a document archive in an organized.
George, I'll get right to the point. It looks like someone else has just removed the documents I'm looking for.
Huh? Removed?
The cabinet looks like it had been forced open.
That's impossible. No one could break into there.
No, Emily. There is one person that can access that room at any time.
You don't mean Thomas?
It's too early to speculate. And profiling is my job, remember? More importantly, Emily, could you get me a coffee? A fresh one if possible.
Coffee? At a time like this? Why now?
Emily, please. This is very important. Some coffee. And bring some milk on the side.
Zach, you know something, don't you? I'm getting us some coffee. So tell me what you know. Zach, this is amazing. Even the taste of her coffee is thrilling, to say the least.
What?
No, nothing. This isn't the cup that Thomas always uses for me, is it?
I'm sorry about that too, then. I just used a cup that was nearby. You have a problem with that?
A problem? Not at all, my dear Emily. The coffee is perfect. Well, okay, taste aside, this cup certainly is perfect. George, Emily, we're going to Velvet Falls. There's something waiting for us there. I can feel it.
York, are you joking? You're trusting your cup?
No, Emily. Going to a waterfall just might be a good idea. In feng shui, a waterfall is known to be a source of power. Even if we find nothing there, I'm sure it will give us some power.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, George. And don't forget to bring a fishing rod.
All right, I'll go get it.
Fishing? Are you two serious?
George, do you have a net?
We did a whole mission so that we could then come to the conclusion that Thomas might be a suspect. The thing that I said at the beginning of the mission. Ah. poor Emily has to deal with these two lunatics. Like, I get it. If you were told somebody, if Harry, for example, gave you a code that was like, the big fish are biting at Velvet Falls, then you'd be like, ooh, he's telling you there's a clue at Velvet Falls. But it's a cup that existed, regardless. It's just a cup that was there. York, you can't just do that. You can't just find random pieces of tourism items and just be like, aha, I solved the murder. We're like more than halfway through the story, and I think he has no idea what's going on. I think he's made zero progress in the investigation.
Zach, I hope we can catch a big one.
Are we about to play a mandatory fishing segment? Of course we are. Of course we are. Boo boo do 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 do. Wait for the right timing to get a big hit. But if your line breaks, you will lose one bait, so be careful. I have infinite bait. Joysticks don't currently do anything. I'm not pressing anything. I think he's just doing it on his own. Okay. No. I mean, it was vibrating a little bit, so I don't know. This is my new life, huh? Ah! What? That was very startling. Wait, that's just a, what the fuck? It's just a picture of bullets.
Zach, this doesn't look like the documents we need. Try again.
You think we're gonna get documents out of the lake? It's funny because the lake was what I guessed when we got a clue from Harry. And now here we are trying to get literal clues out of the lake, and I'm like, I guess I wasn't wrong. Oh boy. Ow. Why is there a shocked... What is happening?
Zach, this doesn't look like the documents we need. Try again.
I'm gonna have a mental breakdown playing this game. I don't know what anything means anymore. Where's George? Where's Emily? You just throw it in and you wait. I don't think you even initiate the catching sequence. I thought you would press A when it vibrates or something, but I don't think I've pressed it. I think it just catches on its own. Yep, yeah, I didn't press anything. Oh, stop. You pain in the ass. I mean, that looks like documents, right? But first I was like, how do you tell when to press A if the time it takes for it to slow is longer than the number of things that shows up on the right side of the screen? Like, it scrolls beyond how far you can see after you press A. But it looks like it's Pac-Man logic. It goes on the left side of the screen. Stop. There we go. Yeah, so it goes off the left side and comes back on the right side. It's one repeating pattern.
Good fishing, Zach. We've caught something to brag about now.
What the fuck?
All the history of the FBI. I'm probably the only one who fished out documents thrown into a waterfall. Don't you think so, Zach?
I just don't believe it. Files from a waterfall.
Take that, Destiny's Child. Turns out you should go chasing waterfalls. You'll catch the Raincoat killer. Of course, it was also waterproof. For eternal life and eternal power, make 4 humans. Oh shit! Nights each after eating the seeds. Was it 4 humans and 4 nights that killed them? Make sure the sacrificed eat the seeds too before they die. The sacrificed must also not speak while they are being killed.
What does that all mean?
It's called The Legend of the New Raincoat Killer. George, have you ever seen this handwriting?
Yes. It's Thomas's.
Oh my god.
George, I need to take these documents to Harry. He said he'd tell me everything once I take the docs to him.
Those are classified. I can't allow a civilian to view them. Especially that deranged old goat who owns most of the town.
I agree with George. Harry is... how can I put it? He might be dangerous.
You don't need to worry. You said it yourselves, didn't you? There has never been a mass murder case in this town. That means these documents pertain to a case that never actually happened. Just look at it as though they never actually existed either.
Ridiculous.
York, I'm sure you've got a plan or something in mind. Okay, you have my approval.
George, are you sure?
Emily, we need to continue looking for Thomas. Our search may just have become a hunt.
Yes, get on it. I'll go see Harry alone.
Okay.
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it for myself. But Thomas?
There's got to be a rational explanation for this.
Zach, George has started to change. I think the deaths of Becky and Diane had a deep effect on him.
I guess this town truly is without a king now.
You're super wrong, George. York Super does not have a plan. He does not have a plan at all. He's just floundering around, doing things at random. He's about to give documents to what might be the killer. For all we know, Stewart's the killer, and is like, they killed, like, they might have already killed 3 guys. They killed the 3, and they're like, why isn't the ritual working? And then it's like, oh, you're supposed to kill 4 of them. Thanks, York. And then they go kill Emily or something. Like, that's... First of all, also by the way, he's seeing that it said 4 people have to die, and we've already had 3 people die. That screams that, like, oh no, is Emily next to be like damseled? Do we have to go after Emily? And it's like, oh no, can we save her or not? Like, that definitely feels like it's going to be what happens next. It'll be a bummer if Thomas is the killer, in part because it's a trope that I don't know how to feel about. That's weird, which is that there's like a standard established by Hollywood movies of like what a traditional male character should behave like, and so on. And with that idea, there's this ongoing thing where when there's a serial killer in a movie, they're often somebody who fails in some way at being traditionally male. So serial killers often turn out to be homosexuals or effeminate or have some other thing, or they have mommy issues or just weird things that make them feel not correctly male in some way, and then that somehow almost it feels like it's implied that that's related to them being the killer, and that's really just a real weird trend, but it shows up constantly. It's just odd. It might be Psycho's fault. It might be all Psycho's fault. Was Hannibal Lecter weird like that, or was he just a fucking horrible monster? I don't remember if he had that hang up.
Okay then, Zach. Let's pay Harry another visit and get to the bottom of all this.
I have to admit, I do like spending a bit of time investigating alone.
I'm getting a bit sick of being told that I'm either too slow or too fast. You agree with me, right, Zach?
Where am I? Wait, why did I teleport here? This isn't where we were or related. I mean, oh, the waterfall must be near here, I guess. Oh, the place he's always going off to fish at must be that location. Okay. Yeah, if you're not familiar with that trope, I mean, it's one of those things where if it's pointed out to you, you often realize, oh, I am familiar with that. I hadn't thought of that before. But yeah, there's this thing where male serial killers in movies very often have some kind of weird thing this weird thing tied to like them somehow having like a failure of maleness being tied to their serial killerness, and it's a real weird, like, backwards kind of sounding thing. A lot of them are gay, a lot of them are effeminate, or they're cross-dressers, or they just do something because and it's like I don't know if it's great to demonize that kind of. That's just a weird move. It's a weird inclusion.
Zach, we can take a rest if you're tired.
Woo! Oh my god, I went way up in the air. That was absurd. I was just looking at the map, and this seems like it might be a shorter way to get where I'm trying to go. Except the reduced speed might be an issue. Well. Oh, I think I just ran over birds. I think they were under the ground and they flew out from under. There seemed to be something clipping through. That was weird. That deer was floating. That deer was definitely floating. Yeah, I don't think driving this way is going to save me sufficient time to justify this. Also, going the other way might have given me my chance to buy my car. Because I guess it's not raining anymore, so they might be open. It's only 6 p.m. So it might have only been closed because it was raining. Based on how these story beats play out midday, the rain feels really weirdly implemented in the story and inconsistent and strange. Am I about to just turn right back the way I came from? I might want to go that way to find... Yeah, let's go that way. I shouldn't have gone onto the dirt road. It was a waste. You just go slow. Could have technically cut across. I don't even know if it would have been faster because I'm going 30 instead of like 80.
So, where should
shall we go next?
The top two things, example characters that come to mind are definitely, you definitely have Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. It's stuck on me. I'm taking continuous damage from it being stuck on me. You have Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. You have, what was I thinking of? Oh, right, obviously huge, confusing mother issues and cross-dressing involved in Psycho. Excuse me. Here's the junkyard. There's the general. It's really hard not to draw the connection to the General Insurance if they're going to have a character called the General that is anywhere involved in cars.
Did you want to go somewhere before we visit Harry? That's fine by me.
We're trying to get your car. I'm doing this for you, York. Ah, there you are. You came at a good time, son.
General, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it? Before you ask, though, I can't customize your car anymore.
No, it's not about that. I heard you've got my other car here. The one I drove to Greenvale.
Your car? So that high-spec beauty was yours?
Yes. I was wondering, if you could fix it up for me. I won't mind if it costs me a bunch to get it repaired.
Quite important to you, is it, this car? Very well, then. If you're willing to pay, I'll do the work for you.
Yes. Pay him $1 billion. Or 17,000. Oopsie. It's gonna have to load for a bit. There we go. What do you want again? Rank makes the man. That's true. But then man also makes the rank. Status isn't as important as self-confidence. I guess I just buy it. The perfect day to go on a treasure hunt. If you dig deep enough, you might find something. Let's fix this car. Diane, Carol, Thomas, Usha, Kaysen, Keith, Lily, Nick, Richard, Flair. Repair.
Okay, thank you very much. It's gonna take a while to carry out the repairs, though. Go and get a good night's sleep and come back soon, why don't you? Once it's done, I'll put it out front. Just use this key and take it.
The key to York's car.
Don't worry. I may not look it, but I'm pretty darn good at what I do.
Well, cool. So tomorrow we'll have York's car. Son, are you kidding? What? I just paid you $5 grand. How is he gonna move the car, or work on the car, or do anything with the car, though, if he gave me the keys already? I feel like he needs the keys. For obvious reasons. Just stands out to me as being kind of important that he probably needs the keys. Now let's just haul ass right back up to Harry. Ah, you grazed me. Ah, driving. One of these days I'll figure out how to drive a car. I'm not gonna bother with the milk barn until tomorrow happens. That's a dead end. Shit. I've made a mistake. Here we go. Nope, still not the right way. Not yet. Gotta get on the main road. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid Keith until 24 hours pass and we sleep and come up tomorrow. Because, he's not really giving me it. I'm hoping that maybe tomorrow I'll be able to give him the guitar. Otherwise, I don't know what to do. Like, it literally doesn't show up in the menu, and it's clearly in my inventory. So, question mark? I googled it a little bit just to see if I'd find anything informative about what the hell's going on there, and nope. It wasn't helpful. There was some vague comments about, you wait, the game doesn't let you do more than one quest in a day for the same chain line. But I already did the wait before doing the quest. I think that thread's talking about starting the quest, like the original problem where he wouldn't even mention the guitar. Like, I knew the quest existed, but he wouldn't bring it up. That doesn't explain why he prompts me to give him the guitar, and then I just can't click on it. Like, I seem to have a completely different problem, I think.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside.